Today, Fujifilm have released a new XF lens to go along with the new XH2. So we've been looking at the XF 56mm f1.2 RWR lens. Now this is giving the full frame equivalent of around about 85mm, so a great portrait option. F1.2, of course, nice and fast aperture, so you're letting in lots of light, great for low light, but also you're gonna get that really tasty kind of out of focus bokeh background, which just looks fantastic. It's great, like I say, for portraits, but great for lots of stuff. We've talked about the benefits of an 85mm or an 85mm equivalent lens before. There's lots of stuff that you can do with it, not just portraits, but let's talk about what makes this lens special. Now, I've tested this out in a variety of different places. A little bit of portraiture, admittedly, it was of my dog because I didn't actually have anyone else to take a photo of at the time. But I also went out, took some landscape shots, took some different kinds of images to really kind of try and test this out at different apertures as well. It can be tempting with a lens like this to really stick to f1.2, but I want to test it out, f4, f5.6, test out that sharpness, test out that image quality, and see what it can do. Now, image quality wise, the lens is beautiful. It really is optically fantastic. You know, you're getting some really nice, sharp images. The colors are beautiful. The contrast, everything just looks fantastic in the image. Now, this seems sharp in the center, but it does seem sharp out towards the edges as well. And I didn't notice any issues with stuff like vignetting, which I was kind of half expecting a little bit to have to fix that in post, but I didn't really have any issues with it at all. The lens itself is made up of 13 elements in 8 groups, and we've got 11 rounded diaphragm blades as well. So we're getting that nice, smooth bokeh background. The out of focus areas look really, really nice, as you'd probably expect from a lens like this. Now, it weighs about 445 grams, so it's not super heavy, but it does sit really nicely on the front of, in this case, the XH2. It was a really nice pairing. I was able to hold this one-handed, no problem, walk around with it on the beach and on the cliffs and climbing up hills and all that kind of stuff without any issues at all. So definitely not heavy, definitely didn't feel kind of overweight. It was a good system to walk around with. I didn't feel like I needed to put it back in my bag. I was able to just walk around with it in my hand. Now, of course, at f1.2, you can get that beautiful shallow depth of field effect, which looks fantastic, but you stop down, you get some lovely sharp images, f4, f5.6, f8, it just feels great and the images come out really nicely. Of course, you've got an aperture ring on the lens, which I always really, really like. That's always a nice way to control things like that, especially on a lens with a nice fast aperture like this. And the lens itself feels good. It feels like a premium build. Definitely feels like a sturdy construction to go along with that kind of nice feel of the XH2. It's great to see a lens like this being released alongside a camera like the XH2, and definitely I would say it's one worth checking out, whether you're doing portraiture or not. I think there's so many useful kind of uses, I suppose, for a lens like this, whether you shoot photo or video. Now, of course, you can check out the lens for yourself by following the link down in the description. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well, because there's new content all the time. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, as always, thanks for watching.